That's your soul saying, oh.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel, Aligning with My Soul, and thank you to all of you for all your love and support that you give me, supporting me on my journey and my channel. It really does mean the world to me. I haven't done a video for a couple of days because I haven't actually felt like it, because the energy has been so intense and I've had a lot going on in my personal life as well, so I haven't actually felt like doing it, and this channel is about me being truthful and honest. So let me know in the comments down below if you've been experiencing this intense energy of doubt, fear, anxiety and whatever other symptoms you've been, you know, experiencing. Just let me know. I'll be really interested. I love hearing from you all. So today I'm going to be doing the masculine reading, but I'm going to ask a question when I do the cards today. I'm going to ask, what does the Divine Masculine want you to know, the person that's watching? What the Divine Masculine wants you to know today? So I'm going to use the Soul's Journey first of all. Beautiful deck. Okay, so what does the Divine Masculine want you to know, the person that's watching? What does the Divine Masculine want you to know, the person that's watching? So one just flipped out, and that's gratitude. What does the Divine Masculine want you to know, the person that's watching? Nice clear message, please. I did ask for God's blessing and guidance before I did this reading. So let's see. It's going to come out. Relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So Divine Masculines are, you know, and I've got gratitude here, sorry. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So Divine Masculines want you to know that they are very grateful, and they're feeling grateful today. They're in the energy of gratitude. They are thinking about you, and they are very grateful for this relationship, this experience. And your Divine Masculine could have experienced, you know, the more gratitude they're feeling, their life is changing and things are unfolding for them like magic. So they are feeling very blessed and grateful, and they want you to know that, and for you to be in the energy of gratitude as well. Just keep staying in the energy of gratitude, because when we are in the energy of gratitude, when we realise how lucky we are, and when we stay in the present moment, that is when you shift your energy, when you shift that lower vibrational energy, and that's what we need to come out of. We've got to just keep rising above things that are happening in the 3D and not reacting to them, and knowing that it's just an illusion, you've just been tested. So Divine Masculines are in the energy of the gratitude. They feel blessed about this relationship they have with you, and they're feeling the difference of feeling gratitude, and they want you to be in the energy of gratitude as well. And I'm going to read the relationship message for you. So he's obviously thinking about, you know, your relationship and how he's treating other people as well, other relationships around him. So relationships is on his mind. So this relationship is on his mind today. He wants you to know, and this relationship he's so very grateful for. So let's see what the message is from the guidebook, and it's 88 as well, so very positive numbers, infinity, abundance. So let's have a look. So I'm going to look in the guidebook now to see what this message is about, but this is about his relationship with you, relationship with himself. So let's see what it says. In this three-dimensional world in which we live, there is a sense that we are separate from one another, and also that we meet by chance. This is an illusion. The people in our lives are drawn to us and are here for a reason. Is it through sharing experiences and having relationships with others that we begin to understand ourselves? When someone appears in your life, you must see what it is not resolved or whole in the person, and understand the lessons he or she brings home to you. You draw others to you like magnets in order to learn various aspects of yourself. The people you have close relationships with on earth are usually members of your soul family. You have chosen to incarnate together to help each other learn lessons, even though it may not seem that way to you now. Once a lesson is learned, don't be surprised if that person fades away. People are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Yeah. So this is about, he realises there's a purpose. He knows that you're in his life for a reason. He knows that he understands this relationship so much more, and he knows that you are pushing him to have a better relationship with himself as well. And as I always say to you guys, this is about a relationship with yourself. You, the person that's watching. It's not about the divine masculines and what they're doing and what they're not doing and what not giving you and, you know, this and that. It's all about what is going on with you. So your divine masculine has come into your life, and he's the biggest catalyst, and you know, he's your mirror, because you're one soul, and you've both got the same wounds, but you may have different experiences, and that, you know, divine masculines are realising that this is such a deep soul relationship, and he's just thinking about your relationship as well. He's very grateful for this relationship, and he's having a better relationship with himself as well. But in this time, he's having to have a better relationship with himself. And everybody that does come into our life, I'm not just talking about the divine masculines, I'm talking about everybody that comes into your life are teachers, and they teach you something. And like it says in the book, there's always a reason, and it could be a season or a lifetime. And your divine masculine, you know, it's eternal, it's eternity. He knows this is so deep, and he can feel this, and he wants you to know that he does understand this relationship, and that's why he's prepared to do the work he's doing at the moment. And some of you may be frustrated and very angry still, because that's the energy really that we're experiencing as well at the moment, because it's so intense, and we're having to release the doubt, the fear, the anger, frustration. But things are happening for the divine masculines, because you can feel that within yourself, but you're just wanting something to be shown to you in the 3D to help your ego. You're not actually, you know yourself what is going on. You know the truth. And your divine masculine knows the truth. He wants you to know that. He knows that this is a beautiful relationship, and they know that this experience is about them having a better relationship with themselves, and about you having a better relationship with yourself. They have this understanding now, and they're very grateful for it. And by being in the energy of grateful, like I said, and being gratitude, it helps everybody, because you can shift out that low vibrational energy which you could be experiencing quite intensely at the moment. So they're beautiful cards. I'm going to get the Power of Love next. And the gratitude one actually flew out, so obviously that needed to come out today for you. So what else would the divine masculines want you to know, the person that's watching? What else does the divine masculines want the person that's watching to know? Nice clear message, please. I hope this resonates and you understand what I'm saying. Actually, I'm going to put those down so I can put this one up for a minute. Let's see. What do the divine masculines want you to know today? Present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So it's so important to stay in the present moment at the moment. Sorry. It's so important. You've really got to live in the present moment and control, and be the watcher of, not control actually, because then the ego interferes, but be the watcher of your thoughts. Don't look at what happened and try and work things out, and then don't try and look too much in the future and try and work things out. You've literally got to breathe and stay in this present moment and be aware of the different feelings you're having, different experiences that you're having, and just acceptance. This is about acceptance of what is happening at the present moment, and you accepting that maybe you're in a situation where it's just awful, where you're just feeling so awful. You just got to actually accept it and be present. So when you live in the present moment as well, you feel more gratitude, and you bring forth the energy of love, like the card says. So he wants you to be more in the present moment. More in the present moment. So I'm going to get the message from the book. Beautiful card again. And I know that this is so true as well, because, and I know that you know that as well, but there are other readings as well on YouTube that are, you know, that this card has come out, and people, you know, the readers are saying it's really important for the divine feminines to be in the present moment at the moment, because of what's going on for the divine masculines, and they want you to know that. Be more in the present moment. Rise above the ego. Rise above what's going on in the 3D and the illusions, things that are triggering you. Rise above. Rise to the truth. Don't fall into the trap and put your energy or react into things that are making you feel uncomfortable. And if in the present moment you are feeling uncomfortable, well, just feel it, and allow it to happen. Allow it, don't suppress it, allow that feeling. If it means you've got to scream and cry, and go berserk, it doesn't matter, because it's got to be released. So I'm going to read what it says in the guidebook. 85. So, the most difficult lesson for human beings is to learn. The most difficult lesson for humans to learn is to live in the present moment. Yeah, because they're just in their heads all the time, just trying to figure everything out. Because we think that we have to figure it all out, and we have to do, and it's not. It's just about being. It is part of our nature to look forward to the future and dwell on the past, and unfortunately it's the mindset that strips us of our power. Instead, we should be taught to learn from the past, live for today, and experience tomorrow and tomorrow. Only then we are able to glimpse our true mission on earth. Everything else is just static. When you're present in the moment, you're existing where life is actually occurring. Don't spend valuable time worrying about a crisis that may never come. Of course, look at the grand picture. Evaluate your life and set goals, but don't place unneeded stress where it doesn't belong. It is wasted energy. Reliving the past is also a fool's game. You have no power there, other than to diminish the potential of today. In contrast, in the present, you have the power to forgive the hurts done to you, the apologies for any you've caused. The past becomes a stepping stone to enlightenment, as opposed to speed bump on your road to happiness. Fully appreciate the moment right now and attempt to get the most out of every second. It is when you let go and reside in the present that you are able to summon love with every thought and experience. Yeah. So this is so important, because you won't have any power. The only power you have is in this present moment. There's no power in the past. You can't change the past. You can think positively about the future, but you can't make the future, in that present moment. So sometimes if you think too far into the future, it's just scary. And then you think of you're putting different scenarios in your head and different stories in your head, and what this happens, what that happens, because that's what the ego does. That's what we're so used to doing, just experiencing fear all the time. It's just something that's how we've always done. And actually, when I was reading this is really important. In schools and things, they should actually do a lesson on this. They should educate children from a young age to stay in the present moment, how important it is. because we're never taught that. We're never taught that. So this is really important. Your Divine Masculine wants you to know that at this time it's important that you try and stay present, because when you're present and conscious, that is when you are whole, that is when you've got your power, and that's when you are closest to your Divine Masculine, because you're one soul. Don't let your mind wander off all the time and think, well, what's he doing then, or she doing? Trying to, how's this going to work then? What if this happens? What ifs? What ifs? Why didn't I do this? And it's just a load of nonsense. We all do it all the time, but it's just a load of nonsense. And it takes over our life and just has a negative result in the end, and you're just going to attract that back to you. You've literally just got to trust all the time, have faith, you know the truth, trust yourself. And when you really, really 100% trust yourself and believe in yourself, believe in this journey, believe in your Divine Masculine, that is when your Divine Masculine will come back to you. Because this isn't all about the Divine Masculine, it's about you. Whatever you're experiencing right now is about you. You can't keep putting it on that person. It's you. You've got to take responsibility. This is all about responsibility as well at the moment. You've got to take that responsibility on. And some of you may be really triggered by me saying that, but that's obviously wounds that you've got to deal with. But it's the truth. What anybody says to you, what anybody does to you, it's your responsibility, because you've allowed it to affect you. You've allowed that person to make you feel that way, because you're not feeling whole with yourself, and it's getting yourself in a place of whatever's going on outside of you, is to know 100% that you're worthy, to know that how much you're loved and how amazing you are, and how you have this unconditional love for yourself. When you know that, things change. And I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm just channeling what God's putting through me to get to help you, because this channel is about helping each other. It's not just about me helping you, it's about you helping me as well, and so many of you have. But I'm not saying that I can do this easily. I'm still doing it, I'm still learning, I'm still working through it. But this is what your Divine Masculine wants you to know today, is that he wants you to be in the present moment. So let's see. I'm going to use the wisdom of the Oracle today as well. So it is a very powerful message today. It feels very powerful, the way I'm saying it as well, the way it's coming to me, what needs to be said. I just know all this information within me, but it's, you know, I feel very passionate, you know, sharing this information to you. And you may find this as well yourself, where you're telling other people what to do and help and whatever. When you actually have to do it yourself, it is difficult. It is really hard to work through these things, but we can do it. We've got to take care of ourselves at the moment. Let's see what else Divine Masculines would want you to know today, and what they are feeling, you know, what's their energy, what they're feeling towards you, and what they want you to know to help you. You know what they're feeling and thinking anyway, because you're one soul. It says this is helping, guiding us, and giving us some kind of confirmation of what we already know, really. Let's see. What would he like you to know today? Round and round. Stop going round and round in circles. Stay in the present moment. And you might feel that yourself, where you just feel like you're just going round and round and round, over things, going over things. So he wants you to stop going round and round. Actually deal with this. It's time to actually deal with this problem. Get to the root of it, deal with it. However that may make you feel uncomfortable, but stop going round and round and round in circles, because if you're going round and round in circles, your divine masculine is going to be going round and round in circles. So it needs to stop. This needs to stop going round and round now. It needs to be direct. Deal with this problem within these wounds within yourself, the person that's watching. And then your divine masculine will stop going round and round in circles. So let's see what the message says in the book. You know, things are going to keep reoccurring and you're going to be experiencing the same thing over and over and over again until you've actually dealt with the actual root of the problem and what it is inside you that's hurting and that needs healing. So you need to think about that. And whatever's being reflected back to you today, you know, whoever it is in your life, whatever's going on around you, where you just feel maybe in despair or you're just desperate, or your divine masculine might be doing something to trigger, you've really got to work out what it is that's causing you so much pain. What wounds, you know, what are the wounds from that are deep within you? How you're feeling about yourself. This is about how you're feeling towards yourself. This is why this is reoccurring. But now we've got to a stage where we know for a long time the divine masculines are committed to this journey, because you're committed to this journey, because you know the truth. And the divine masculines are feeling this now, but they want you to stop going round and round in circles. They're getting dizzy. Right. Okay, the essential meaning is the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. Yeah, so you've got to change your perspective of this situation, your relationship with divine masculine. You've got to change things. Don't start thinking positive one day and then go back to your old ways. You've really got to change your perspective and know and trust and just take this on board. You know the truth. And you've got to accept that. Don't allow the doubts and the fear and the ego to interfere with what you already know. So, and as I said, you will keep having reoccurring things happening to you until you've dealt with this. So the oracle message is, the appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backwards, the truth is that you are standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. Yeah, so you could feel at the moment like in despair and everything's just crumbling down. That's how I feel. I just feel like my life's just crumbling down in front of me. So I'm just surrendering to it. So you could be feeling that way, but it's, you know, so it makes you feel like you've gone backwards, but you haven't. You may be experiencing things in the 3D where it's showing that you've gone backwards, but it's illusion. You have to go backwards sometimes and have reoccurring triggers or lessons to really move forwards, move through this. And the relationship message is, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you've found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan. How amazing is that? That's giving you confirmation. That's what God wants you to know. This person is in your life. He's come into your life. She's come into your life. Put it into your situation, how it resonates. This is all part of the divine plan for you to both evolve individually and together. It actually says that. It just blows me away how amazing these readings are. So sorry I interrupted. You maybe have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may be circled back to an accustomed spot or a familiar place, but that's fine. As you get to do these things again, only different things will happen differently this time. For you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Yeah, so if you're still blaming, going over the same thing, why did he do this and how can he do this and this is just awful. You know, if you're still doing that, you've got to let go of that. Nothing is going to move forwards in the physical dimension, the 3D, if you're still doing the same thing, if you're still feeling that same hurt, if you're still feeling the jealousy and all the different emotions that we feel, angry with all, you've got to find the compassion with you and have this great understanding that this is happening for a reason. You're being triggered for a reason, and it's not about the divine masculines. And you're being tested big time. I'm being tested big time. Are you going to rise above it, or are you going to go down the same thing where you're just going to keep reacting and giving your power away to something that's really a waste of time? You know the truth. So you don't need to go over those things anymore. You've learned your lesson. It's time now. All you have to do is go into the present moment. So, I feel like I'm having to sigh a lot in this reading, and my words are all over the place as well, where I'm not saying the words properly, but that's how it's affecting me. And I don't know if anybody's been having funny sensations in their ears as well, as if my ears are really sort of blocked and different noises as well. So there's a lot going on. So stop going round and round in circles. Stop revisiting things you should have learned. You know, you've had these things happening, these triggers happening to you for so many times now. Learn from. Don't allow them to take over you. Realise that they're just nonsense. And the more you can stay in the present moment, the better that is. And sometimes being in the present moment is uncomfortable, but you can do things to stay in the present moment when you're actually talking to yourself. Like, say to yourself, right, I'm just walking, my feet are going in front of each other, one step at a time. I'm just going down the steps. Now I'm going to put the tap on to get a glass of water. Even stuff like that, you're staying in the present moment, that can help. Or doing things. And that is why, you know, I've learnt this recently. You know, a lot of the time, you know, when people like playing PlayStation or any games or anything, it's because they're in the present moment. Because they're not thinking about what's, you know, they're not thinking about too far up in the future and the past. They're actually having to react on what's happening in that moment. So the more you can do that, the more you're going to help your divine masculine. That's what he wants you to know today. He's feeling gratitude, and he wants you to feel gratitude. He understands this relationship. He's grateful for this relationship. He understands what's going on. He knows how important it is for him to have a good relationship with himself and for you to have a good relationship. And he knows that it's such a deep soul relationship. And the more you can stay in the present moment, this will help you not keep going round and round in circles. You won't keep having these reoccurring things and going round and round. So I hope you know what I'm saying. But you have, you know, this is just said it in as well in this book. This person is. This is all is part of the divine plan. This is all meant to be happening. This is all perfect. What's happening at the moment? It might feel absolutely awful and feel like you're dying because it is painful and challenging, but you just have to laugh about it. You do. You can't allow this. It's not really happening. And if it is, you know, when we're seeing it in the 3D, it's like we're creating that anyway with our thoughts. because of the fear and the doubts taking over us. So that is what your Divine Masculine wants you to know today. Stay in the present moment. He understands, he's grateful. He wants you to be grateful, to have a better relationship with yourself as well, and stop going round and round because he's getting dizzy. He's ready. He wants to come towards you. He's waiting. And you could laugh at me saying that, but they are waiting. They're waiting for you to finish this bit within you that needs sorting out. So then they can, you know, we sit back and think, oh, we're waiting for the Divine Masculines to do something. When are they going to change? When are they going to do this? When are they going to get in touch? When are they going to come back to me? When are they going to tell me the truth? Don't think anymore. Think about what's going on with you in the present moment and feel whatever's going on within you. And you know what's going on within you. You can feel that shift. You know the Divine Masculines are changing and they're shifting. You know it, and at the moment as well, I think a lot of us are being stripped from any confirmation. You know, we're really having to trust ourselves, really being pushed to trust ourselves, because we're not getting much information from the Divine Masculines. We're not getting much information really where you could think things and you think, oh yeah, that's definitely that. We're not really being shown that because we've really been tested to know within ourselves that we don't need all these signs all the time. You might be receiving lots of signs, but you know, it's really testing us to know that we don't need all this other stuff. You know within yourself you don't need these things all the time to confirm with you. So I'm going to get a card for the person that's watching as well. The reminder cards to bring forth your beautiful divine inner spirit. What a powerful reading. What a lot of power come out of me today. But honestly, it needed to be said because that's what I've got to do. Let's see what's going to come out. What does the person need to know today? We know that they need to be in the present moment. And what else do they need to know? What do you want them to know, God, Spirit? What would you like them to know? How to help them stay focused, have the strength to do this journey, to carry on. Open your heart to yourself. Exactly, that's very emotional. That's really made me go cold. If you open your heart to yourself, that is when your Divine Masculine would open up to you and trust you and believe. When you trust yourself. How amazing. Okay, I've got myself together now. You open your heart to others. Now it's time to open your heart to you and for you. And the action to take is speak nicely to yourself and compliment yourself as often as you can. Be your own best friend. And the powerful affirmation is, I am my own best friend. Because, as I've been saying through this reading, it isn't about us wanting and waiting for the Divine Masculine to do something. It's to do with us, the person, you know, myself and you. We've got to be kind to ourselves and know how amazing you are, and all the things that you maybe have been saying to yourself all this time, that you're not good enough and you're not worthy of your dream, or you're not worthy of your Divine Masculine, or to experience a love like this, whatever it is for you. It's got to stop now. You've got to focus on yourself and loving yourself, and that's what the Divine Masculines really want you to say to you today. And the more you can say present, the more that will happen. But it's very emotional, and it is happening. It is happening. That is why it is so emotional. That's why it is so painful, because we are doing our work within. But they are divine masculines are preparing and doing their work because you are. But it's down to you. Let go of controlling this relationship with your divine masculine. So how powerful is that? Very emotional. But it's time, because it's happening. You can feel it happening. I can feel it happening. It's quite frightening. It's like very chaotic and rapid. Because all of your fears and all of everything's like just being thrown at you at the moment to deal with. It certainly is for me. So how beautiful is that reading? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of this video and this reading in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you do want a private reading, I can do that, because everybody's journey is unique. And if you want to have some more guidance or whatever for yourself, I do private readings, so just email me. It's in the description box down below. And I do have PayPal as well, so if you feel like you'd like to donate and support my channel, I would be so very, very grateful and appreciative. And I do have an Amazon wish list as well. But I do think about you all the time, guys, and I'm so grateful that you've come into my life, because you've helped me so much as well. So if you haven't subscribed already and you're new, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you liked it. And I'm sending my love, my support, my strength and my light, and I love you all very much. See ya.
Oh, what's your soul saying? Oh.